Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a good weekend. I did. Um, I went to first Monday trade days with some friends this weekend. That was a good time. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, welcome everybody. This is a special stream today. Hello there, Wolf. Good to have you in the chat today. Welcome to the stream. This is a special stream today because, as you can see here, I have this very special box, and this is my copy of my homemade card game that I ordered some time ago. It finally came in, and I want to unbox it live here with everybody. Um, got here really early. This is for context. If anybody here has been here for the writing streams, the recent writing streams, this is the game that was for. And you may remember further back, I was actually making cards for this game on stream. So this isn't finished. This isn't a finished copy, but this is the latest version. It's pretty close to what I want the final version to look like. So we'll see. We'll see how it turned out. First of all, though, on Saturday, I wasn't even streaming on Saturday. I don't know why this keeps happening, but we got a new follower on Saturday when I wasn't streaming. That seems to happen a lot for some reason, but that puts us at 30 followers. The big 3-0, everybody. That's that's pretty small numbers relatively, but it's a milestone for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. So Eddie Dog 001, thank you for the follow if you're here. Hello, nice work. Thank you, Ocean. Welcome to the stream. Let me get a swig of water. And then we'll begin. So I have not opened this. I've been waiting for today. I'm being careful for you not to be able to see my address. And if I'm pretty sure you can hear me, so. Well, thank you, Wolf. Yeah, it's meager. You know, I'm a humble streamer. Oh, by the way, pro tip, never do what I just did. You should always cut away from yourself, never cut towards yourself. I'm trying to set a good example here. Well, there I go again. There I go again. Okay. And as always, if the audio is if the audio needs adjusting, let me know. What kind of box is this? Let's try to get this box open here. I didn't expect any difficulties. It's taped and glued shut. There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. There we go. So we should be able to just slip it out of here. Okay, I see this was watching right here. Thank you. This is a very exciting moment. The first time I unboxed the old version was like really special. So, and with the updated cards, this is going to look really great. So I can see the box here. Here it is, chat. Here it is. Ego Opus base set. Look at that. It's beautiful. The shade of green is still kind of weird. This was true the last time. The shade of green came out looking kind of strange. But look at that. That turned out looking really nice. 2022 first edition base set. Wow. And then here's the back. Has like the blurb, the contents. I froze? Can anybody else in chat confirm that I froze? I mean, we're still streaming, right? I'm back. Oh. Yeah, weird thing. Weird thing. Yeah, now that I think about it, yesterday or last stream, I guess like at some point it stopped streaming for like a few minutes because when I went to upload the VODs, it was split into two. So nobody mentioned that in the moment. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, let's check for typos here. Designed for 2 players, 60 minutes, mild complexity. Yeah, here's the sides. No, I didn't. Okay. Now this has a brief summary of the Actually, you know what? I should take it out of the wrap. This is really cool looking. If you've never had the opportunity to realize something that you've created, you know, it's hard to describe sort of the feeling, you know. Cuz it's like on and off. Like I've been working on a card game in some form for years. Like since sophomore year of high school, right? 2016 around. So it's really quite something to actually see it come to fruition and actually hold it in your hands, you know? So I did not know this is how the box was going to work. Because I thought it was going to be like overlapped. But it's like a burger. It's like burger style. You see the seam? Because it said it used the same dimensions for both the top and the bottom. Kind of weird how they did that, but okay. So inside it comes with these dice for keeping track of numbers. And inside you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Let me rise that to the top. There's a white piece in there. Ta-da! Yeah, there it is. There's a white piece in there. It's like a little pointer for you to keep track of what turn you're on. And here are the cards themselves. Now, I don't like how they do this. They separate them into like when you set up how you want them to print the cards on the website, you separate them into different decks. So I was hoping that they put each deck that I put them in into separate bags, but it looks like they just put them into two, like they lumped them into two different bags. So let's see if we can't find. I won't go through every single card right now, but I do want to look at one of each type of card, at least. So, oop. Well, one of these is a little scuffed. But generally they look pretty good. Let me see if I can. Well, they are sorted. They are sorted, like in the way that I wanted them to, but they're in the same bag. Okay, so I'm going to keep them all together. So I'll grab one of these, and then I'll grab this guy. And is there an ego here that I can take? All right. Here's one. Okay, so there are three types of cards in this game. There's the artist. Look at that. It can't really capture the quality of the card on my camera because I have a really bad laptop camera. But there's the artist. These are, if anybody's unfamiliar, right? In Magic the Gathering terms, basically these are kind of like planeswalkers, essentially. These guys right here. This would be an example of like a spell. But these are called works. And yeah, they just look really clean. I'll have to get a better camera or something. I'll have to do like another. I'll have to record like a video or something on my phone with a better camera. But here's the egos. You can see that. And they all have a slightly different card back to reflect their card type. The blue ones are the works, the green ones are the artists, the magenta ones are the egos there. It definitely looks better than the old one. I'll have to like eventually do like a little comparison or something. I didn't want to take up too much time with the stream, with the unboxing, but I did want to show it off because it's very oh, hold on. Because it's very important to me, you know. The heck? Oh, that got split up. Very strange. Okay. I'll have to organize all this on my own time. But for now, I just wanted to show that on stream. I wanted to capture that. Very cool. I'm very excited about this. Now, no need a live play. Yeah, I need to play the game on stream somehow. And the cool thing about this game is that you can play it with one person. It works completely fine if you're just playing it by yourself. So I could play some games of Ego and Opus on stream for you guys to run through like a proper demo, which will be very fun. The problem is I need to figure out how to be able to record it because I only have my laptop camera to work with, and it'd be tricky maneuvering the camera like above the table to show like the gameplay. One is bring, one is good. Yeah, I need a play test. I think I'm gonna have some friends over to help play test the game for me. And there's also a local card shop in my area. Currently my plan is to call them up and see if maybe they can work with me to arrange a play test with their customer base. I think that'd be a great way to get some good feedback. Because getting feedback from friends is good and family, you know. But a stranger's criticism, is unbiased. You know, it's objective. Tabletop Gamer said, "It's really awesome. Is proud of you. Thank you, thank you. Tell Tabletop Gamer thank you. Well, awesome. The game came out really great. Thank you very much, Ocean. I appreciate that. I'm excited to get to work. Actually playtesting this and promoting it and so all that stuff. I'll need to put in some legwork for that. But now that the let me go ahead and put all this back. Now that the major work for the game is done, like all the cards are made, and I wrote up all the lore and all that stuff. I can devote some time to some other creative projects now. Like, well, I'll start writing plays again. Haven't written a play in like a year. I've had one on the back burner for a long time. But I'd like to get back to that. I actually stopped writing that play because I started going full gear onto Ego Opus. Genius at work. Oh, you say that to everybody, Ocean. You say it to everybody. But very cool. I don't know if we needed all this space in this box. I don't know why it told me I needed a box this big. But yep, there it is. I wonder, because this is the box that it recommends to me. So I went with it, because like, I'm almost done here. But the thing is, this is 106 cards, I think, or something like that. Because they say that a full deck is about this big, so they print them in chunks, and they recommend you a certain size of box depending on what pieces you put in. So it saw that I had 2 full decks, and you know, I guess the next smallest box wouldn't have fit this. So this was the next smallest option, I suppose. So yeah, well, I mean, I guess you could think of it like I'm planning on releasing expansions for this game over time. I don't know how soon I'm going to start on that, but I do plan on releasing expansions. So I guess having a big box helps if you're putting together a collection. So that is the unboxing portion of the stream. Thank you everybody for being here for that. My trash can's already getting full. I took out the trash like yesterday. Let me set this off to the side here. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, actually, hold on. Let me put this box cutter away as well. Come on. All right. Now that the unboxing portion is done, let me go ahead and update the stream title to be more accurate. There's a stream manager. Boxing. Done. Oh wait, I need to capitalize that. Making? Yeah. Making looks weird. That's a weird thing to say, but the word making, it looks like it's spelled wrong. I don't know if that's just me. Okay. So, let's get started. Last time we finished making our patterns. So, today I wanted to actually use those patterns and cut out at least one piece of the robe today. And I have some music prepared for us today. Let me know if this is too loud. I hadn't changed the settings from before. This is some nice Castlevania music. This is from my favorite and the only Castlevania game I've played, which is Symphony of the Night. Great soundtrack. Oh, also a couple new things. I picked these up yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple days ago. This is a pair of proper fabric scissors. Wolf Mama in chat, she suggested I get some of these because she saw the scissors I was using before, and yeah, I agree, it's probably not the best for my purposes. So I got some of these, and I got a chalk marker, also at Wolf Mama's suggestion, so that I could write on fabric. Excuse me, so I could write on fabric. Now the thing is, this says it does not. It says it's for whiteboards, windows, windshields, non-porous surfaces. I couldn't find anything at Walmart specifically that said it's for fabric. So hopefully this works. I tried it out on a you have to shake it. I tried it out on a test piece and it didn't show up. But then again, the piece I was using was bright yellow, so maybe like yellow on white doesn't really show. So the thing we have to decide first is what piece do we want to make first. Now we have some options, right? We have a sash, we have the binding. Oh, we should probably do those last. I think we should get one of the big pieces out of the way. Now I labeled these. Sash 2. Wait. Oh yeah, there are 2 sashes. That's sash 2. That is the... What's this? Binding. Sash 1. Okay, we'll do the sash and the binding last. This is the back. This is one of the back pieces, right? No, this is a sleeve. Why did you know, I'm realizing this now. I didn't need to make 2 sash templates. I didn't need to make 2 patterns. They're exactly the same. I just need to make two of the same. Alright, well, I'm feeling a little silly now. It was a little bit of a waste, but whatever. Robe sleeve 1. Yeah, same with the sleeves. I actually didn't need to make 2 sleeve patterns because the sleeves are identical to each other. I just need 1 sleeve. I just need to make 2 sleeves. Yeah, I'm feeling a little silly. Well, the way we did it didn't waste any time. So, so we got the front, or yeah, the 2 front pieces in the back. Let's try to get the biggest piece out of the way. Let's go big. We'll do the back. Now, here's our back piece. It's quite sizable. Look at it, it's like the text crawl from Star Wars. It doesn't end. It's a long piece. But I have enough material. This is the material that I'm going to use for the robe. I was looking for I didn't have this fabric before. I looked at my local thrift shop, and they have a fabric section. And luckily for me, they had a huge piece of fabric That's just about the right shade of blue. It's a lot. It's a little bit hard to manage this much fabric. It's typical. It's a typical thickness. Is what you'd see, just like what a shirt is made of. I can't tell you what the exact name for this fabric is, but it should do nicely. So first I should cut off just enough for what we need. Oh, let me move my mouse out of the way. Move my put my phone over here, my Womter. I'm sorry. Was that loud? I tried to spare you my cough by covering the microphone, but that was probably very loud. I apologize. Alright, you know what? This will be easier if I put the rope back pattern off the table. I just need... If I put enough on the table to just fill up the tabletop, then I'll know that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell I've never done this before? It just drags itself off. There we go. There. That should work. Yeah, that should be enough. Alright. Get my newfangled scissors. Oh, I don't want to be wasteful here. Okay. If I just bunch it up a little at the top, then I'll know I'll have enough. Okay. Let's put these things to work. The maiden voyage. Now, I don't know what the difference is between a regular pair of scissors and fabric scissors. Like, what makes fabric scissors better at cutting fabric than regular scissors? You know what I mean? Is it what they're made of? Is it like the shape of the blade? I don't know. I just trust the label on the box. I want this to turn out good, so you know, I'll trust what the box says. They cut. Thank you, Ocean. It makes sense now. It makes sense now. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what happens if I try to use them to cut paper? Will they, like, melt? They'll break on contact. Now here's the tricky part, chat. I have to actually fold this back. Oh, yikes. Okay, hold on. I might need to use my entire space here to do this. Whoop. Here I go. Please enjoy the artwork over there while I work on this down here. This is frankly a ridiculous amount of fabric. I could make a Richter cosplay for everybody in chat right now. I still have some left over. That's right, I could make 2 of these. And then, okay, we're making progress. Fold that back up. Oh, great. Now it's got some dog hair on there. Boom. This is what we'll be working. This is our canvas. You'll take one? I was hoping nobody would take me up on that. Let's say commissions are closed for now. If this comes out really, really good, maybe. But considering the trouble I've had so far just making one for myself, oh, I have to take dimensions of everybody too. And I don't think we know each other that well. It's a little bunched up here at the corner. I need this to be as flat as I can get it. Whew. Okay. You know what? I shouldn't put this in the dead middle. That'd be a waste. Back and front the same? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that I didn't see the last time you asked. The back and the front are similar, but they're not the same. So you've seen what the back of the robe looks like, right? But the front is actually in 2 pieces. So let me grab that for you. Because it incorporates the sort of the V, you know, because it like folds over. So the front looks like this. It's in 2 pieces. I guess theoretically I could, well, I don't know. I wonder if you could just tape these 2 halves together and you don't have to worry about having 2 separate pieces. But I'm the amateur here, so we'll play by the experts' rules. Let me scooch this over so we can maximize our space. Now what we might need to do is we might want to pin this down. Or do you think that's necessary? Do you think we can hold it still enough? I think I'll pin the, I won't pin all the way around like I did for the glove, but I will pin it in key places so that we can keep it still, because I don't want to mess this up. This is pretty crucial. So like each corner. Okay, here's the thing. How do I pin it without moving it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I move it right now. It could be anywhere on the fabric. Is that in? Yep. Okay, there we go. So there's one for each corner, at least. So I actually used the sewing machine for the first time the other day to test it out, and I realized that's the first time I actually sewn anything, I think. I can't remember if I had before. But I'm kind of surprised by how simple it is. Because for some reason, whenever I think of sewing, I think of like, it's this really difficult process, you know? But you really just put it under the foot and guide it as the machine goes. And it's really that easy. I mean, I say that now. I haven't done a full piece or anything. So that could change. But it seems pretty easy. Now, like, that's just like putting two pieces together. You know, like more complex stuff, like you know, like hemming or making buttonholes. That's probably a whole nother deal. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know if because Richter has buttons on his outfit. I don't know if I want to do that or not, because the render I have in the bottom right there, the render I have down there, that is his Smash Brothers design. But he does have a couple of other iterations of his look. One of them from the box art of his original game, he doesn't have buttons on his outfit. He doesn't have any of the white trimming either. So, I mean, it's kind of liberal with. I think we can have some creative license here. We're sort of putting together almost our own version of Richter here, because this isn't. I don't think this is the correct shade of blue. Like the exact right shade. But we're working with what we got. And that's all I can offer. And I'm not trying to win any contests or anything here. You know what I mean? I mean, I did enter a cosplay contest at the last convention I was at, which, if you're wondering, no, I did not win, unfortunately. But, you know, I had a great time. Cosplay is really fun. If anybody in chat's never tried cosplay before, I highly recommend giving it a try, at least once. You don't need to do what I'm doing here and like sewing together my own outfit. You don't need to go that far. There are a lot of costumes that you can put together for really cheap, with just things around your house. It's just, you know, well, I was gonna say, you know, it depends on the character. Like, there are some pretty easy characters out there that you can cosplay as. Like, you know, I went one Halloween as Scout from Team Fortress 2. That's an easy outfit. It's got backpack, headset, pants. You don't need to make anything. You just gotta find the pieces. You know, that's easy stuff. And, you know, I could, if I didn't want to do all this, I'm pretty sure I could find like clothing at Goodwill that could approximately make me look like Richter. You know, without doing all this. But it's for the experience. You know what I mean? I'm here for the costume making experience. All right. Moment of truth. Let's see if this chalk works. So it says here they have to shake it first. And it's funny too, because it shows you, it's in the instructions, it shows you shake it, and then you want to place it down on the material and draw on it, and then take it back up. Like, yeah, I think I know how drawing works. The challenge. Are we up to the challenge, chat? Let's find out. I don't know how much you have to shake this thing. I'm gonna give it a good jostling though. That should be more than enough. I should be shaking it down this way though, right? Like, the point is to get the ink in the tip. Or whatever it is. I don't even know what this is like made of. It's a chalk marker. How does liquid chalk work? I don't know. Alright, here we are. Let's give it a go. Alright, well, it's making a mark. It's not white like I expected, but it's like, it's darkening the fabric. I guess that's a good thing, because like you can see where the mark is, but it's very subtle, which is good when you're using the thing you're drawing on to put on your body. You want it to be discreet. I wonder if you have to keep shaking it. I'm gonna shake it up again. straight. Where was I? These pins were a good idea. Very good idea. Okay. Now, what you want to hope is that it won't rub off by the time I actually need to cut something out. Hope not too late. What piece are I working on? Front. Like the robe? I'm working on the back. I'm working on the back of the robe right now. I pinned the pattern to the fabric that I'm using, and now I'm using this chalk marker to outline the shape. With interesting results so far. Also, welcome to the stream, Cap. Oh, I also unboxed Ego Opus at the beginning of the stream. If you want to see that, actually, you know what? I'll show you the box. I won't go into detail with the cards or anything, but I'll show you the box. Here it is, and it's in its glory. Isn't that beautiful? Weird packaging, but yeah, pretty cool. There's the cards in there. So I unboxed that at the beginning of the stream today. It was a short segment. That's TI right there, no cap. What does TI mean? I apologize. I'm a millennial. I don't know what TI means. Tier 1. Oh, okay. I never heard that expression before. Is that a common expression of excellence and quality? I hope tier 1 is a good thing. I don't know about this marker, chat. I don't know if I'm using it right. Tier 1 is hot shit. Good, good. Oh, I'm shaking the camera. Should have worn a hat for this stream. All this marker shaking is getting my hair in my eyes. Oh, don't worry, chat. I'm still here. I'm just off the screen. I need to outline this over here. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm accounting for various levels of object permanence. Oh, did it? I cream of the crop, peak of the mountain, greenest grass. Thank you very much. I I don't know when I'm gonna fit it into the stream, but I do want to play. I do want to play some games on stream. Pub cold at the end of the rainbow. It'd be great to have some friends over and play it with them on stream as well. I think that'd be great. Oh, you know what I need to do as well? I need to update my I need to update the tabletop simulator demo version so I can like play it online with people. That's the next thing I have to do. Yeah, put that on my to-do list. Chat, I told you that we reached 30 followers, right? I'll have to catch the replay. Gotta call in 5. And the force be with you. Thank you very much, Ocean. I appreciate you coming out. I hope that call goes well for you. But yeah, we got our 30th follower on Saturday. It's very strange to me that every time I get a follower, it's off stream. Is that strange? Like, is that normal? I don't know if that's a normal thing. And I don't think they're bots either. Normally, I'd be pessimistic. But, like, they can't be bots. Right? Like, a bot can't follow you, can they? Well, I guess a bot could follow you. But I don't think that's what's happening. Hopefully. It's just like, come on. If you... I don't want to say that. Well, I didn't want to sound like rude. I was gonna say, look, if you're gonna follow me, could you at least do it on stream so I could test out my follower notification? I set it all up and everything, and I haven't gotten to use it yet. Okay. That is that. So now, what we're going to want to do is take the pins out. I have plenty of these things. Take the pins out. And see what our outline looks like. Hopefully it shows well enough so we can actually cut it. I may or may not be shade blind. I'm still here. I'm still here. Here I am. I don't want to get worried, chat. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do. I lose it a little near the top, but otherwise I can see that pretty good. Or I can see that pretty well, rather. Someone complimented me on that the other day. Because the thing is, like, it's grammatically correct to say that you're well, and not that you're good. Because, you know, doing good would imply, like, grammatically it implies that you're doing something good, when doing well means that, like, you're doing well for yourself, right? That's the educational portion of the stream. So I always make a point of, when everybody asks, how are you doing today? I always say, I'm doing well. And nobody really ever, like, says anything about it, because why would you? But one of the ladies at the office I work at was like, did you just say you're doing well? I'm like, yes, ma'am. She says, oh my gosh, good on you. My kids don't do that. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know how to respond to that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. They don't. I'm pretty epic, right? I'm gonna do the top first. Don't worry. I'm still okay. That bit's getting old. But do know that I am. Well, like, if somebody comes into the stream and they just hear a voice and there's an empty table, like, what are they gonna think? You know. Ooh. Ghost streamer. Whoa. Hello, chat. I am the Scissor Ghost. Welcome to the stream. Today I am going to be cutting a ghastly garment. Whoa. That's enough of that. Let's get cutting. I'm gonna start at the top. I almost cut my phone's charger cord. That would have been bad. We should cut... Wait, should we cut on the outside or the inside of the outline? We should cut on the inside, right? Yeah. Or like somewhere in the middle. Because we could deal with the little extra if we cut out on the outside, right? But we want it to be form-fitting. I'll try to strike somewhere in the middle. But we only get to cut once, so we need to be careful. Now, when I say that the color difference with the line is slight, I really do mean it. I'm gonna play it safe here. Be very careful. Can you hear the scissors? I don't know if my microphone is that sensitive. I hope it's not. Can you hear me breathing? I really didn't, like, press hard enough up here. The line is so faint. Okay, there we go. we'll just go ahead and get rid of that excess. Here's our excess from the top. We could use that for like a headband or something, maybe. Well, actually, his headband is... What color is it? He has a white headband. Never mind. But this one... No, that doesn't quite fit. Still, worth saving. Maybe. I don't know. We can use this as our test fabric. Perhaps. I don't want to make a cut down here. I want to... Hold on. I'm going to... What I'm going to do... I'm going to create a smaller portion for myself. So that's easier to work with. Did I just get a clip? There it is. How'd I know? Captain Wasabas is the best clipster in the business. I'll tell you what. So I went to an event the other day called First Monday Trade Days. It's a huge flea market in Canton, Texas, that opens only for the weekend of the first Monday of the month, as the name implies. So it's like that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I went with some friends. On Sunday. And for those who aren't aware, I love thrift shopping. The freshest. I went thrift shopping, or I love thrift shopping. It's like a hobby of mine. You may notice on Twitter sometimes I post my my thrift store hauls. And so, as somebody who lives in Texas, I am truly blessed. You know, I'm truly blessed to live so close to First Monday, because First Monday, fun fact, is the biggest flea market in the United States of America. No joke. There's no flea market bigger. You may be saying, okay, how big could this flea market possibly be? It may be bigger than my hometown. Just straight up. It's massive. You need all 3 days. Because you cannot explore the entire market in a single day. You just can't. It's impossible. But me and my friends decided just on a whim to go to this thing. Because it was happening. And we remembered that it was happening. We were like, hey, that'd be a fun place to hang out. So we went and we had a good time. It's like Bollywood Bazaar huge. Bollywood? Did I mess that up? test something. Oh, it's way better. I should just use this instead. The chalk marker doesn't really show up all that well. I think I may have flubbed this a little bit. Hopefully it won't make too big of a difference. But now we've cut off this excess here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the table. Stay nice and neat. Clean up your space. This is true in cooking and in sewing. Alright, look at that. So that's a lot more manageable. So anyway, we went to First Monday on a whim. And we had a great time. We were kind of just riffing on everything as we were walking by. You know, as friends do, just, you know, trying to make each other laugh. Like pointing out stupid, weird items that we would find. Like, hey, isn't this thing weird looking? They're like, yeah, it is, and then we laugh about it. You know, stuff like that. One thing we saw, we were you know, we were walking through as we do, and there was this box, and it had some text on it, like it was written in marker, right? It was kind of, it was a little far away, so I was like, what does that say? And I go up to it, and I'm like, and it says dog ashes on it. Like, dog ashes? Yo, they're selling dog ashes here? And we were all like, what? Like, what dog ashes? What are you talking about? And I go up there, I take a closer look, and I guess the guy who's there selling everything, he passes by. He's like, yeah, it's hard to come by, you know, the market's pretty tough. You better pick that up when you can. I'm like, what? And I look at the box, and it turns out there's a piece of tape obscuring the whole thing. It was dog leashes. They were selling dog leashes, not ashes. I was like, oh, thank God. But, you know, I was like, that seems fair. But, because, like, you know, who knows what you'll find at a flea market? You know, you can find anything at a flea market. Pikachu tail butt plug. Oh, dog ashes, what I meant to say. Okay. I'm sure there was probably a couple of sex shops somewhere, if you knew where to look. We did not know where to look. We were literally just aimlessly walking around everywhere. And here it is, chat. Here's the back of our robe. Very nice. I think that turned out all right. Now I will have an undershirt under this, so its thinness won't be an issue. Let me fold this up. Make sure I put it in a safe place. Oh yeah, we continued on, looked around, saw some stuff. There's a whole field of metal cactus sculptures. And I was tempted to buy one, because I love the cactus. It's kind of like my thing. But I was like, no, I can't. I already paid $10 for parking. Which, by the way, the last time I was at First Monday, I didn't have to pay for anything. I just parked. But apparently some gates require a parking fee. Unless I got gypped by that guy. And he wasn't actually working there. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, how did I know that guy just wasn't sitting there telling people to pay him $10 for parking? Chat, I may have gotten gypped. Let's not think about that. That's a little embarrassing. Alright, look, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt. And say that that was an official guy. But the thing is, when I left for the day, he wasn't standing there anymore. Oh my gosh, chat, I think I got scammed. I need to get my money back. I guess I just have to take that L. You got baited. I'll take some guy in a hat and vest. He wasn't even wearing a hat and a vest, that's the thing. He was just dressed in casual clothing. Oh my god. I got gypped. I'm the fool. There was a sign though. There was a sign. It gives him a little bit more credibility. There was a sign posted there that said $10 parking. I want to believe that he was real. For my own sake. I have to believe. The haggler has been hagged. I mean, fair play. You know, that's a smart move. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't remember having to pay for parking last time. Where did I think it's just because you get free parking if you, this is what I just used, if you like just park in a public parking lot like a church or a restaurant. You didn't get swindled? Why is that, Wolf? Do you know something I don't? Were you in on it? I'm going to separate the ones I've already used. What time is it? 7:14? We got time for at least another one. These things do not stay on your head. I think it's just gotta have too much hair. The comments up 3. Read my previous posts. They stop charging after a certain time. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. You must have posted it at the same time. Well, I mean, that makes me feel better. Not like I'm hurting. You know? Like losing $10 is going to destroy my finances or anything. That's not a, you know, a boast. That's just, you know, I can live without the $10 even if he was a swindler. It's just the principle of the thing, you know? Okay. So we'll do the front pieces now. This should be easier to set up now that I have this smaller piece to work with. Don't have to get the jumbo parachute. Orient this. There's a post before that one? Really? They do charge for parking in most areas. They stop charging after a certain time. Okay. Okay, now I see. Now I see. Man, I need to work on paying attention to chat and the table. It's a lot easier when you're already looking at the screen when you're playing a game. Don't want to use the side with the, because you see this side already has a seam on it. I don't want to use that. Donzerly, as if it's one word. You know, I can't really judge. I used to think that Donzerly was a word as well. I only learned like in, well, I don't know. I learned after the fact that it was Don's early. Like there were two separate words. Also, why are we singing the national anthem? Did I miss something? Is there something that you guys are in on? It's not any national holiday today, is it? Or are you just trying to confuse me? Okay, second verse, same as the first. We cut off this little excess from the last one we made. Add it to the scrap pile. And now we're gonna pin this one, because that was helpful last time. I think what I'm gonna try using the highlighter this time, because the chalk marker, I don't think this is the right chalk marker. I think I got the wrong one. The paralysis fight. Listen, if you're trying to get me to sing the national anthem for some reason, It's not working. Your psychological warfare has failed. Don't get me wrong, I like the national anthem, but there's a time and a place. This is neither the time nor the place. I'm gonna work from the bottom up this time. It would scrunch when I did the corners first. With the business here. Ow. Be careful with needles. Nice and sharp. You really need to explain this bit to me. Cap. I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know what the joke is. Alright, did you get that out of your system? Do you feel better now, Cap? Just doing my daily duty, saying the national anthem. Well, I mean, you certainly did that. If there's any lurkers in chat currently, please don't be afraid. This is his typical goonish behavior. I only have the best mods in the business. Don't worry, we still love them though. Oh, I forgot. We still love them though. Okay. Let's use the highlighter this time. This will show up better, I think. He's quite fresh. He's quite fresh, everybody. Ow! What was that? My kitchen, I'm in my kitchen right now. My kitchen is a hazard. It's inadvisable to walk barefoot in my kitchen. It's tiled, right? It's got tiling. But as long as I can remember, the tiling has been coming up in chunks from the floor. You can almost see more of the wooden floor underneath the tile than there is tile at this point. So there's like little shards of tile just scattered about from people walking over it. And, you know, kicking, slowly but surely kicking up more and more pieces off of the floor. So when you walk into the kitchen barefoot, it's like a minefield. Will you step on a sharp chunk of tile or not? That's just the risk you have to take. The carpet in the middle is the safe zone. If you can make it there, you're home free. I never finished telling you guys about the first Monday, did I? There's some more to it. I got sidetracked at some point though. The last thing I mentioned was the dog ashes, right? Well, we the other highlight of that trip was and I posted this on Twitter. We found a booth for a new up-and-coming card game and board game company. They were demoing their newest card game at the event, which was not something that I expected to see, right? It's not something you expect to see at a flea market. So me and my friends actually sat down and played around with the guy who was there demoing it, and I ended up buying a copy of the card game. Really fun, really simple. I can't explain the rules really right now. But it really is easy. It's one of those things where it's like you're surprised a game like that hadn't been made yet. And I said that to the guy, like, how's a game like that not happened already? It's like, well, my dad actually came up with this game when he was 17 years old, but he never released it anywhere. And his family encouraged him to actually make it into a real product. And that's a good call, because it's really fun. They're even hosting a tournament there. Of course, it was when we got there, it was the end of the tournament because it was the last day of the first Monday weekend. But they had a real full operation going on. It was kind of inspiring, you know, for an amateur game designer such as myself. And it was lucky too, because by the time we had left their booth, finished our game, everything was closing up, and apparently that was the last time they had planned to be coming to Canton. So we really caught like the last opportunity we may have had to see that. I thought that was pretty cool. keep all the scrap in one place. Yeah, that's a lot easier to see. I wish that chalk worked though. I spent $3 on that chalk. Now what am I supposed to use it for? I have no need to draw on glass. Let's start from the top again. Whoa, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that bit again. It was unfunny the first time. There we go. This is so much easier. I knew I should have just stuck with a highlighter from the beginning. I've played myself. I got sidetracked again, didn't I? What was I talking about? Yeah, the booth, the card game booth. We finished playing that card game, and we left. And my friend was like, "Hey, I think my dad is here. I think he said he was working here today. Let's go pay him a visit." And we were like, "All right, lead the way, buddy." It's like, "All right, well, I think it's this way." So he started walking around, right? We literally made a circle. Like, he took us through a building, then turned around, and we just made a loop. We made no progress at all. Like, do you know where you're going? He's like, "Yeah, I know. He said he was like, go this way, go west, head west, and you'll get there." I'm like, "Oh boy." Like, he didn't have a map out or anything. He was just going by pure intuition. We ended up, like, in the outskirts. Just this random, like, edge. Completely abandoned, desolate buildings. You know, just RVs. You know, just the random RVs scattered around. Like, where are you taking us? Are we lost? Like, no, we're not lost. We're not lost. I know where I'm going. We never found his dad. FYI. But we started making our trek back to my car. And the last stop we made was at this well, we were walking through like this sort of alley area. It's sort of like how do I describe it? It's not like not an alley and like oh it's like a back alley. It's like a seedy back alley. It was more like jeez, I don't know. I don't know. It had like it had like lights hanging from wall to wall, and it was like really cozy. It's like a sort of downtown sort of situation, but like had that sort of coffee shop aesthetic, like brick and mortar, like coffee shop sort of vibe. I guess that was the food area, right? There was like food vendors and snack vendors, and one that caught our eye was this vendor that was selling freeze-dried candy, like demoisturized. You know, they were selling it as like space food. You know, because when you take food to space, you freeze dry it so that it doesn't go bad, or you know you dehydrate it for some scientific reason. I'm sure there's probably some benefit to removing all the water from food in space. I don't quite know what it is, but it makes sense. But yeah, they were selling like freeze-dried Skittles, gummy worms, weird stuff. And when you freeze-dry food, it puffs them up, like in these big puffs. So it was like eating cereal almost, but it tasted like a Skittle. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. It was delicious. I didn't buy any, but they let you have free samples. So, you know I took advantage of that. Here's the first front piece. Wait. Can you see the... Wait, is that... Can you see the diagonal? And now we make the second one. I was going to cut out both at the same time, like fold them over. But I figured there might be too much room for error there. I have to like pin the pieces together. But I don't know. That felt a little risky to me. I'd rather take the extra time to pin the pattern on again. I don't know if we'll have time though, chat. I don't know if I can do this that fast. If we get close, I just realized we only needed one of these too. I really made more templates than I needed. Rather foolish. Rather foolish. I only needed the one. I'll just use the same one. For extra consistency. Scrap, add that to the scrap pile. There's nothing really else to talk about in terms of the Good Monday. Good Monday? In terms of the first Monday trip. After that, we kind of just went home, Well, we went home, played some more of that. Card game, and then we watched the Impractical Jokers movie at my insistence. Which, if you want my quick review of the Impractical Jokers movie, which I know that's why you're here, the stream, to hear my opinions on such a thing, it was alright. The thing is that it was like there were it was like a long episode of Impractical Jokers where they do challenges and stuff, but in between the challenges is a narrative, like a scripted, like movie narrative. Those parts were really hit or miss. Like very meh. They ranged from, alright, that's funny, to, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. At the end of the day, I'd recommend just watching an episode of Impractical Jokers, because the plot of the movie really didn't add much to the challenges that it was that they were framing around. Although, because then again, the challenges were really funny, as they always are. Like the challenge segments, the improvised, like, off-the-cuff segments, those were really funny. So I guess I would recommend watching the movie just for those scenes. But you can pretty much skip the stuff in between the challenges, and you won't really miss much. If I had to give it a number rating, I think I'd give it like a... like, considering the entire movie as a whole, like a 5. The challenges are fun, but the movie part of the movie, it doesn't do it for me. Why is this so difficult? Ow. This middle part is the trickiest bit. The middle inside. Gosh dang it. Work with me here. I need to get up close and personal. There we go. Did that work? It did. Okay. Whew. Sometimes you gotta get a little hard in the paint there. The other day, well, actually, the same day that my my friends and I went to First Monday and then came down to my place to watch a movie. One of my friends was like, "Hey, could you turn the AC on? It's kind of hot in here." I'm like, sure. You know, I went over to the AC. And I realized I hadn't turned on my AC unit in months. You know, I usually just turn a fan on or something like that. I barely use my AC. I try to make a point of using as little electricity as possible. You know, turn off all my lights when I'm not in the room. All that jazz. Never turning on my AC, even when it's really hot. So I was like actually afraid to turn my AC on. Cause like, if you have an AC that you haven't turned on, it builds up dust and stuff in there, right? And if you turn it on with the dust in there, wouldn't it like blow it around everywhere? So I checked the filter first. And it looked fine, so I turned it on. And you know, I'm still alive. So clearly it didn't have any adverse effects. But the AC is off now. It shall slumber once more for the next 1,000 years. I think we're gonna make it. We have a solid 15 minutes left. Okay, well, not a solid 15 minutes. We have about 15 minutes left on the stream. The arbitrary number that I've allotted myself anyway. I think we can trace this and cut it out in about 15 minutes. What do you think? That'll be the two biggest pieces out of the way. Making sure the music is still going. I forgot to start up the music last time. It stopped playing and nobody told me. I do have it pretty low in the background though, so I guess it's easy to not notice when it stops. Give this a shake again. Oh, give this a shake again. The Sharpie hasn't been used in a while. This is not its intended purpose. Maybe I should just use a paintbrush that would show up. Black paint. There's no question where the line is now, is there? Almost there. We've almost completed the circuit. You know, initially I was worried that I wouldn't have enough fabric. Like, oh, am I sure I got enough? I mean, these patterns are kind of big. I have way too much. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this blue. Maybe I should open commissions. No, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Could make myself some socks, maybe? No, this is too thin for socks. I don't know when we're going to do all this blue. I mean, I do plan on doing more projects in the future. Blue is a pretty common color. I'll be rocking only blue characters for the next 2 years. Because I need to use all this fabric up. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Let's get this thing cut. That's a country music reference. For any non-Texans out there. I'm going rogue with this one. I realized that I could just turn this fabric around to make it easier on myself. Just gotta make sure it's not wrinkled, because that could really mess with the straightness of the cut. Expert advice right there. If you're not cutting straight, then the cut will in fact not be straight. That's high quality advice. Okay. Forgot to do that bit up there, but I can extrapolate. Actually, no, let me just cut this off right here. There we go. After this, the next pieces will be pretty easy. I'm hoping that we can start actually sewing by Wednesday. I still need to figure out what kind of setup I want to use when I actually start sewing. I'll probably just, you know, I'm probably making it, I'm thinking about it like it's going to be harder than it really is going to be. Right, all I really need to do is just set up my computer next to my sewing machine. And that's that, right? I mean, nothing fancy. I'm interested to see how these two will compare to each other. If if we did it competently, then they'll match up. Now we don't need an exact match. I'm pretty sure that this pattern accounts for some overlap. So we don't need to worry about it being completely perfect. But we want it to at least at a glance look like it's the same piece, because they're effectively the same piece, just flipped. You know what, chat? I just thought of something. I hope that won't be an issue, though. I will be kicking myself pretty hard, though, if my suspicions are correct. I have not checked if this fabric is the same on both sides. If it isn't, we might be in a pickle. I'll show you why. Come on. Work with me here. Is it even worth saving scrap like this? I mean, what pieces are going to be that small? Oh no. They're identical. The sides. At least they look like they are. Can you see the difference? Well, not in that camera, you can't. In person, though, one side is definitely a shade lighter than the other. This is the other one. A tad unfortunate. I did not think about that. I should have used the other pattern. Dang it. Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. You can, yeah, now you can see the difference. You can see the difference between the two shades. Should I recut? So that they're the same? Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to recut that piece. I don't want the colors to be different. Dang it. All right, I'll do that off stream. That's my mistake. I guess I need to decide which of these halves I like better, though. They're really quite identical. this one. I'm gonna go with this one. We will put this in the scrap, unfortunately. Well, we lost some time there. We lost some time. We made a superfluous piece by accident. I will rectify that on my own time. But for now, that is the stream. It is 8 o'clock. It is time for me to conclude the events of the day. So let me get closer to my computer so I can prepare us to leave. Thank you everybody for being here today, for joining me for the stream. This has been fun as always. I've been enjoying these sewing streams. I look forward to actually getting to. I keep calling them sewing streams, but we haven't done any sewing yet. I look forward to actually getting to the stream where I sew these pieces together. We can actually see what these look like. But that's we made progress. We took a step back there at the end. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. But we got the back and we got one half of the front, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Who is streaming tonight? Classic. Okay. You're entertaining? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope that these aren't too boring to sit through. Because it really is just me drawing and cutting things out. I try to have things to talk about. So I'm glad you enjoyed. So Asirik is streaming tonight, as always. Typing from this angle is hard. Raid. No. Raid. Asirik _ So we're going to be raiding my friend of mine, Asirik. He is currently streaming Dark Souls. He is at the he's at the end. No, I think he's playing through the DLC right now. He's almost finished the DLC, and then he's going to play. He's going to get to the end of the game, the final boss. So he's like at the end of the game. So if you're worried about spoilers, go drop him a hello from me anyway, and then avert your eyes, I guess. So that's all from me. Again, thank you everybody for being here for the stream. I appreciate everybody who supports me by watching, listening, or lurking here in the chat. I will be here tomorrow for from 7 to 9 to continue where we left off. I'll work on that other half off stream. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I'll cut that out. And then, yeah, that's all. So until then, I wish you all a good night. Have a great Tuesday. And goodbye.